No.
Is that a waiter that he's like dashing the chair at? That's so disrespectful. Maybe this is me. Obviously, I have celebrities who I adore and you can kind of say I'm obsessed with, whatever. But for the most part, these celebrities are just regular humans like the rest of us. They should be treated as such, but at the same time, they should also treat people as such. I feel like they need to understand, because there are a lot of them with this big ass ego thinking that they can walk around ruling the world and do whatever the f they want and no one can tell them anything. I feel like they need to understand that just like they are people and they want space and respect, people who are working for them, like these restaurant people who serve them food, people who drive them around, all this stuff, they are also people with feelings and emotions who need space and don't appreciate you taking your frustration and anger out on them.
Rating the celebrities I've helped at the Apple Store, part 1. Abby Lee from Dance Moms, her character is not a character, she's exactly who you think she is. 0 out of 10, she was screaming at me. Jamie Lee Curtis had a Genius Bar appointment, showed up 30 minutes early, waited outside for us to open. She's amazing.
10 out of 10.
This guy came in with a motorcycle helmet, went all the way to the back, went to the staircase, which people aren't allowed to go back there unless you're an employee. And I went back there and I was like, do you need help with anything? He took off his helmet and it was Orlando Bloom. I gave him this score just because it was so weird.
Yeah, definitely a weird encounter too, but it's like I just be like, oh my god, like what do I do? What do I say now? Like Orlando Bloom is like in the freaking back of my store with his helmet off, like his motorcycle out front. I have no idea how to respond to that. I also have never seen Dance Moms before, so I do not know who Abby Lee Miller is. I imagine that her character isn't the best, and that's why she got a 0 out of 10, but comment down below, what is she like? Because I've never watched that show. Oh man. Who's in the car? I can't even tell.
Let him go, he can't see! Let him go, he can't see! You can't block him in, guys! Go! You can't see the out of the way! I can't see! There are cars there, mother... Get out of the way!
Who is that? I can't even tell who it is.
We're blocking the cars for
Yo, okay, I literally couldn't even tell who that was, even when like, it was just so fast. There were so many cameras, but that is ridiculous, dude. I don't even think that he's being a Karen at all in the slightest. There's like 20 people flashing lights, blocking his field of view. He's trying to drive his car right now. Like, seriously, like, get the fuck out of the way, man. Like, it's just like, that is so ridiculous. That's like absolute, like, that's abhorrent even. That's just like, that's actually abhorrent. That's invasive. Like, I hate that. I actually hate that. I'm so on the side of the celebrity on this one. Comment down below who was that? I couldn't make out their face very properly.
Pizza time.
Side jobs, and one of those was being an EMT at concerts. Okay. Normally the shows I worked at could get pretty dangerous, but this show was Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan required all of the staff to wear all black.
Yeah, for real. That's too bad. Like, I'm a big fan of Bob Dylan, actually. Like, I love his music. Like, you know, some of my, like, old, like, grew up on that stuff, you know?
So I put on an all-black button-up and sewed my green reflective EMT patch on my button-up. Bob Dylan saw me during sound check and immediately began yelling at me about how I couldn't follow simple instructions. Ooh. I told him that it was regulation. I had to identify myself as a medic in case of emergency. Bob Dylan said he didn't care. He asked for me to be removed. And then the fire marshal overheard this. He went from the security office to the stage to inform Bob Dylan that that's not how this works.
But yeah, that's the worst, man. Like, at the end of the day, like, don't get me wrong. Like, we want to get you the best possible concert, the best possible art, all of that. But we can't do that, you know, without also being kind of safe in the process too. So Bob, fill it out a little bit. Your show is not going to be ruined by one tiny little green reflective patch. I think it'll be fine.
Is that Nikki? Yo, my sisters love this girl. I was a huge Nicki fan when I was a kid, but I feel like I'm like fading off of her just slightly. I still really love her music, but she was attacking her fans like an animal. Disgusting.
Forget it. I'm go.
She said she finna go. She gonna go. It was them like skirting around. I think the guy said she didn't want to be filmed or something. I couldn't hear what he said.
Go back to the cars where they come from.
But she was like, stop. Like, Nikki is a character, bro. And you know what? I'm not defending her actions at all, because I'm about to get into why I disagree with what that was. but she is so over the top that I feel like it's like become her. Like, I don't know, she has this really big persona online, and she's known for being really loud and extra. She's known for telling people like it is. That's a part of her whole like brand. But I don't know, I feel like I can't really get into what this is. Like, this is like it's not a fan meeting, she's outside. So like, I'm like wondering, is she going somewhere and all these fans stopped her? Like, I don't know.
The rudest celebrity encounters I've had while working in LA. John Leguizamo comes into the Denny's that I'm working at one night, and I usually have a policy where like I don't talk to celebrities, I leave them alone. And as I'm busting his table, I go over and I figure this is my time, so I was like,
I don't even know, I've never heard this guy in my life.
Mr. Leguizamo, I'm such a huge fan, you don't know what it means, to meet you. Can I please have a picture? And he just like looked up like this for me, and he just goes, I'm sorry, do I know you? And he's like, leave me alone, seriously. And he like throws money on the table because he's, rich.
Okay, so my first question is, do you know who that is, Chris? John, okay, can we take 1 second right now and just and look this guy up very quickly? Is that possible? John Leguizamo.
A few moments later.
I've literally never heard of this man. It's like he'd walk into my restaurant and be like, who are you? Like, what is this? Like, I don't care. Okay, JCRSS13 says, Guy Fieri, dude, he is like, just like his whole vibe. I feel like I haven't even read it yet, but he's gonna be a Karen in a second, but I just want to say his whole vibe, I wish I could pull off what he pulls off. Anyways, continuing. My friend lives in LA and said Fieri rolls around in that convertible with a bunch of guys, and they're all complete assholes to everyone they meet. I've heard his kid is a little prick as well. Jeez. Edit. Wow, a lot of people really don't like Guy Fieri. Damn. Okay, well, I mean, this wasn't a really specific example of anything, I don't know, he wasn't being a Karen. This guy's just saying like, oh, my friend said he was an asshole, but like, why? Like, what was he doing that, was it just like his vibe, like his energy? Like, did he say something? Did he do something? Why is his kid a prick? I want to know. I want to freaking know. JC Ross 13, for God's sake, like, tell me.
Rating celebrities in it when I was a hostess in Manhattan, part 2. So to start off, we
Hey,
have Josh
I
Peck.
like it.
Him and his wife came in for a lunch reservation one day, and he was so friendly.
Love it.
I honestly think he's the nicest celebrity I've ever met. So next up, we have Kendall Jenner. This is another one where I unfortunately did not have the best experience with them.
Is being a celebrity, being able to talk to people, wouldn't it be nice to have those people like tell you it's like, hey, you're super cool?
She used to come in all the time and was pretty cold towards staff. She also usually has someone speak for her and doesn't speak directly to staff. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt and say she's just shy. From my experiences with her, I have to give her like a 4 out of 10.
Yo, that's so weird, man. She has somebody speak for you. Like, and I know that some of them do have that. There are actual individuals who get hired on. It's like, they're just part of your entourage, like they speak for you. And imagine that part of being a celebrity, like part of the cool part anyways, rather than have them be like, hey, excuse me, Mr. Speaker, can you do you mind just relaying this message to Kendall? It's just like that to me would just feel so weird. I'd be like, no, like don't speak for me. Like, it's like my mom back in the days when I was a kid. It's like, mom, like I can speak for myself, like I don't need somebody to do this. All right, West Funk coming in here saying, I have a waiter friend who took care of Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley once. Apparently MJ told him that the privilege of waiting on them was his tip. Barkley slipped him $100 on the way out and apologized. Dude, Michael, MJ, bro. Okay, well, we've all seen, well, I don't know if we've all seen it, but if you guys haven't watched it, then you definitely need to see The Last Dance. Exceptional documentary. But in The Last Dance, you learn that Michael Jordan, albeit an incredible athlete and basketball player and extremely motivated human being, he can be a bit of a prick sometimes. That is the way that it is. Sometimes when people, they reach that level of success where it's like, you are just you're so much better than every other human being. It's almost like they have to be a bit of a prick. Now, did he need to do this? This is ridiculous. I know, this is dumb. I'm just saying, if you watch the documentary, you know what you're getting out of Michael Jordan at this point. I still think he's a dope individual who, did crazy cool stuff, but, tip your waiter, man. Tip your waiter.
Okay, so this is when I was back living in LA and driving Uber just to make some money. And believe it or not, I picked up Kylie Jenner.
Is this actually real? Where's your proof, man?
From some weird house party, and she gets in my car and she's drunk with her friends and she farts and will not let me roll down the window because she didn't want to mess up her hair.
Like, is this actually real? I feel like that's just so weird, you know? That interaction too, where like she cuts one, literally Kylie Jenner cut one. Like, I don't think I'd have the courage to go and be like, hey, can I roll down the window? Like, I'd just be like, I didn't hear that, I didn't see that, like nothing happened, you know? I'd just be like, play totally dumb. So then like the interaction must have happened where it's like, hey, like that smells bad, can I roll down the window? And she said, no, I don't know if I buy this one, guys. Like, this just seems too weird to me.
Don't skip. Guys, I know who this is. This is Crush. Okay, so I'm a huge K-pop fan. I don't know if a lot of the people watching this channel are fans of K-pop. I was actually on Stan Twitter when this happened, and it was a huge thing. Crush apparently has a really bad history of being, I don't want to use the word racist, but I'm gonna use the word racist because that is what he's been described as. Crush, this K-pop idol who is on the screen, actually refused to shake 2 hands at the very front row of his black fans, and this caused Stan Twitter to riot, bro. They were up in arms, they were cussing, calling him out of his name, telling people to boycott him and his sales, everything. Like, they were really upset because they were the only 2 black fans in the front of the audience and he skipped them. And he made this statement talking about this all later, talking about, oh my god, I didn't even realize that they were in the crowd, or da-da-da-da. Like, he used a bunch of excuses, is what Stan Twitter said. It was crazy. But anyways, let's get into the actual video because I've watched this and it just blows my mind every time I watch it.
Wait a minute.
Did you get missed? Yes! Literally what he was like.
Wait a minute.
That whole thing is very messy, and I'm not, again, gonna leave my personal opinions on this, but I will say that I was personally upset by the situation because obviously, as you can tell, I am a black K-pop fan, and when things like this happen, I feel very uncomfortable in jumping in on my opinion because I don't want to be biased, but at the same time, how can I not be, right?
So I was working at McDonald's probably in like 2015-ish. And I took an order in the drive-thru, and when the driver got to the second window to get their order, it was literally Fetty Wap. Of course, we all started screaming, oh my god, it's Fetty Wap! And everybody started freaking out, right? So since I was the one in the drive-thru, I handed him his food, and I said, literally, everyone in here wants to take a picture with you. Is that cool? And he said, yes, that's fine. I'll pull up right here. Tell me why this man saw me standing there with 2 phones waiting on him to get out of the car, and he just drives off. Just leaves.
Huh, okay, yeah, so that's a bit of a weird one, because just like, he said that he would be cool to take the picture, and then does drive up, and then decides not to. Like, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, like something came up, but that's also questionable. Like, I don't know, that's definitely a weird one there, because just like, they asked, you know, like, you could have just said, no, like, I'm sorry, I'm very, very busy, like, I do have things that I have to get to, and like, that would have been cool, you know, like, that is what it is, right? Like, sorry, you can't take a picture with me, sort of thing. But you did say yes. So, where's the disconnect here, Fetty?
Yes. No, why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Oh.
Come here. Come here. Why would you do that?
Tommy boy is not happy.
That's really... Hey, no. Don't run away. Don't run away.
Oh.
No, let me have it. I don't care. That's incredibly rude. I'm here giving you an interview and answering your questions, and you do something really nasty.
Tommy boy.
You're a jerk.
Tommy's not happy, guys. I mean, I have heard that he is that type of individual. Like, he's had a few blow-ups on set before. But I'm also, you know, like I understand where he's coming from in this sense. Like, he is giving him an interview right now. Like, he's dressed in some really nice clothes. Like, could he have taken that and like spun, like, if this was like Kevin Hart or something like that, like, would Kevin Hart have like spun it and went with it and whatever? He totally would have, but that's just Kevin Hart's personality, you know? Like, Tom Cruise, he's a serious individual, and I feel like if you're the guy who's gonna like spray him with water and like get him in his face and stuff like that, you gotta know your audience, you know? Like, you gotta know who you're doing this to if you're gonna be a good comedian. So I will say, like, that is definitely, like, Tom could have handled that better, but at the same point, like, it was, you know, that was a little bit rude. He sprayed him in his face.
Story time. Who is the rudest celebrity you've ever met? I'm going to read the top response to this question. So Madi Ramos says that the rudest person she's ever met is Beyonce. She goes on to say that she met Beyonce twice, and one time she was a server.
Sorry, I'm gonna pause this here real quick because I've heard a lot of these same stories. There are half of Like Hollywood is basically saying Beyonce's a saint, she's the sweetest woman in the world, and she raised this and then the other half of Hollywood is over here like, yo, this girl is the biggest and I'm like, does it depend on which side of her you meet? Like, I'm just a little confused. Anyways, let's get back into it.
We're at a restaurant called Papados, and Beyonce refused to even make eye contact with her. Madi goes on to say that she also met her in 2006 when she was bartending at an NBA game, and apparently Beyonce was rude to her again.
There's two ways to spin this, I guess. In a more positive way, or I guess in a less negative way. There's definitely the aspect of sometimes people, like I heard about this thing where celebrities sometimes they get anxiety being in public and they can't really look people in their eyes and stuff like that. Like I've heard of this being a thing because, you know, they're on their free time. Sometimes they really just want to be by themselves. So when sometimes they're forced into a corner to communicate, people recognize them, then sometimes they get back into a corner, they act a bit weird. At the same time, she is dining at a public restaurant, and so it is kind of expected for her to be recognized as one of the biggest celebrities in the world. So I don't know. I don't really know if I would necessarily call her rude for not looking the girl in the eye, but at the same time, that's her waiter. Like, you would think she would at least give her a little bit of that respect to be like, oh, we're having a conversation, like, let me look at you the same way we're looking at each other right now while you're watching the video and I'm filming. Like, I don't know, it's just, that's oddball behavior, to be very honest. But oh my god, I called her an oddball. Yo, Beehive, don't come for me, eh? It's oddball behavior. I stand with my point. That's my point and I'm sticking with it.
Okay, so when I was 19, my biggest celebrity crush told me he was in town, invited me downtown to meet up with him.
I think I've seen
Here's
this
where
one.
he liked my photo and I was fangirling like crazy.
I'll be honest, MGK has always seemed like a bit of a weird one to me.
I was just at his concert like 2 weeks before this. We ended up linking, as you can tell.
Yeah.
You see he texted me LMAO down there because I accidentally called him sis and he ended up cussing me out, calling me a dumb weird. I said I had to go to the bathroom and then I started crying and I left and we never saw each other again. Have fun making facts.
Oof, yeah, the worst, man. Like, I don't know these guys from Jack, I have no idea, but just in the few encounters that you see this man have, like on TV, like in the media and stuff like that, it feels like the type of guy that, I don't know, I wouldn't want to be around. I want to jump to those conclusions, but it's like clearly, like from this encounter, like that, she definitely felt that way, so I don't know. I don't know how to feel about him.
So we heard that you meet up with Selena this morning. You don't have a real camera? No, right now, I lost it.
Where's your real camera at, man?
Someone robbed my camera.
Journalist?
I'm trying my best.
Journalists have real
So,
cameras,
I know
right?
they do. You're right.
Where's your real camera at?
I lost it, man.
What kind of phone is that?
Blackberry.
Where are you from?
Blackberry.
I'm from Guatemala. Hey, your friends want to know. All your friends want to know if you're dating with Selena or not.
What brought you out here?
A better future, man.
Really?
A better, yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We got a pencil of promise, which knows a bunch of schools involved in Guatemala.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Damn, man. That's cool. So, I mean, everyone want to know if
how
you're...
long are you in LA for?
Many years.
Really?
Yes, many years.
Really?
Yes,
Many years?
Yes. Hey,
Really?
so
How long?
Are you going back with Selena or not? Are you going back with Selena?
Okay, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. Well, like, yeah, like it was a bit extra for sure. But I just want you guys to put yourselves in the shoes of like a celebrity in this scenario, you know? Everything that they do and like in their personal life, everything is getting documented by people that they don't even know. Like this is, imagine somebody coming up to the street and you and being like, are you back? Are you back with her? What are you doing? Where were you? Like it'd be like, oh my God, like I don't know you, like I don't care, like I don't owe you anything, you know? Like it's just like who are you and why do you think that approaching me and like asking me stuff like this is okay? If it was a random human being, we'd be like, oh my God, like that's so rude, like don't ask them that, like that's their business. But when it's a celebrity, we're like, oh, like let's no, you know, it's like we feel entitled, and I don't necessarily agree with that. So yeah, I'm kind of on the celeb side on this one.
Do you guys know who Rice Gum is? You guys should do a track with Rice Gum. The rapper, the Asian rapper.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
You know the rapper, the Asian rapper?
Our job as well. Can you please stop for like 5 minutes? This is our job.
Hey, yo, you can't touch people. That's illegal. That's illegal. I'm calling the cops. To us, all right?
Please?
Okay, so don't touch me. That's illegal. Hey, what do you guys think about clout gangs? Hey! He's a really good. Do you think that it's kind of rude that they just totally ignored all their fans?
They should like respect we should respect them. They're also very busy too, and you never know if they're like tired or something.
Army said, not today. Did you see the way she swooped in? Like, you should respect them. She was like, we're not gonna do this today. BTS is literally the biggest K-pop band in the world, or one of the biggest K-pop bands in the world. They're known internationally. Everybody knows them, and everybody knows their fandom army who rides hella hard for them.
About 6 years ago, I see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I walk up to him and I say, "The Rock! If I watch enough of your movies, am I technically a geologist?" I feel like I'm stuck between a Dwayne Johnson and a hard place.
Okay, that's pretty good, actually.
He looks at me dead in the eyes, lifts a leg, and farts. Then says, "Do you smell what The Rock's cooking?"
What?
I smelled it. I did. It was egg salad.
Okay, so if that actually happened, that is the craziest encounter that I've ever heard of, ever, dude. And it almost makes me like The Rock more. I give zero shits about anything, man. Like, this guy's gonna come up to me, make some jokes, I'm just gonna cut one. Like, what a way to go about it, dude, if this actually happened. Oh, I've seen this stuff before.
What's going on here?
How's it going, man? How are you?
What's going on here? What's going on here? What's going on here? Put that down. What's going on here? What are you doing? What are you doing? Do you not talk to me?
Just for the...
What are you doing?
Hey, don't do that, man. Don't do that again.
Sorry.
Go.
For what?
Hit me. Go.
Oh,
Go for it. Go for it.
No, I ain't
go.
gonna
Go. Go for it.
No, I ain't gonna go for it.
Yeah. Go.
Nah, I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, you know you can do it.
Yeah, because you're filming.
Yeah.
But if that was off, I'd be whipping you down the street.
Yeah, go.
No.
Okay, so look, first, I just want to point it out there. Hitting people is wrong. We don't do that. We don't do it. But something about Quentin Tarantino and just his delivery, man. Like, what are you doing here? Like, what is this? You know, like, oh, because the camera's on. Like, I'd be whooping your ass up and down the street as he drinks his fucking venti, like, latte. Like, just something about this man is so goddamn funny to me. Oh, like, also, I love his movies and stuff, but, like, this is just, honestly, I've seen this clip before. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure for me. I love this clip so much. Even though hitting people is wrong, we shouldn't do that. But, damn, Quentin.
Oh, I heard about this too, bro. I feel like I'm too into Twitter because why do I know all of
Can you believe this? Cardi B is out here hitting people on stage. Apparently it's because somebody was trying to grab her microphone on stage when she was performing on London, but take a look at it for yourself. Now, to be fair, people were saying that the person was adamant about grabbing her in the microphone. So in a way, she kind of does have a right to protect herself. But do you guys think it was necessary for her to hit them, or do you find it unnecessary?
I'm kind of torn up over this one. I was torn up when it happened, and I'm still torn up now because it's like, how do you defend somebody hitting someone? But then the person who got hit is the person who was supposedly hitting them first. So like, what do you do in that situation? It's so messy.
So I think we all know Zendaya, right? The one from Shake It Up and Spider-Man. Well, okay, so my studio would have celebrities come. They do this competition to where you can post your video online and everybody votes to see who gets to perform for that certain celebrity. Okay. Well, I ended up winning. I busted my ass for a month to get to be able to perform for her after her show and show her my talent and show her what I got. And she was just like, no, I don't feel like listening to any of you sing. I'm going. I'm leaving. And I was like, well, okay, can I at least get a picture with you? And she's like, no, I don't feel like it. After she just did all these pictures with other people.
If this happened, like, that is just the worst. Like, you have an obligation, you know? It's like, that's literally, you've obviously agreed to do this thing, you know, with this studio company. She went to the work of doing this. You have an obligation. And then just to cut out of it last second, be like, oh, no, sorry, I don't feel like it. Like, get out of here, man. Like, I don't feel like coming into work sometimes, but I'm here, guys. I'm here doing it, because that's just the way that things is. That's literally life, you know? So, sorry, Zendaya, that's ridiculous.
Are you WWE in it?
Yes.
Wow, whoa. Okay. Nice to see you. I'm with John Cena at WWE in it.
Thank you for asking.
Why is that you? Or?
No, thank you for asking to take your video.
Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. Whoa, John Cena, bro. You know the WWE, whatever, WWC. Yeah. Take care, bro. Yeah. I got some advice for you.
Yes, be respectful.
I'll be respectful.
That's my advice for you.
My name.
Ask if you can take a video, but you're just shooting video.
No, you know me. I'm famous.
I don't want to talk to you.
I'm famous. I'm Modine.
Doesn't matter. matter who you are. You don't treat anyone with respect.
I respect
Treat people with respect.
Yeah, okay, I mean, okay. Yeah, I'm with John Cena on this one too, I think. You know, like, I think he held it together really nicely there, and I think that, you know, it's just, yeah, like, you get somebody filming you all the time, every day, it can be a lot. And for real, you know, it's just like ask me if you want to take a video with me, you know. I bet if you would have asked John Cena, hey man, like what's up, like dude, like I love your work, like can I take a short video of you, like I do this, you know, like this is what I do, he probably would have said yes. You know, he probably would have said yes. So he's not totally wrong there. Like again, same thing with Tom. Like could he have handled that situation better? Like could he have been a little bit nicer in that area? Absolutely. But when that happens to you like 30, 40, 50 times a day, like I get how it's got to be like it just hurts to do it more. So kind of with him on that one.
Affleck, Jennifer Lopez, bad sign at Starbucks. Paparazzi to the rescue, and guess what? Rude, hashtag for you page. And asked the Paps to help traverse. I definitely said that wrong, didn't I? Traverse the area so he could roll up on the drive-thru, but he couldn't answer one simple question after the same guy helped him. Very weak.
Be careful with this ring on this side. Man. I think you're touching here. How are you guys today? Congratulations on the engagement, guys. When is the wedding, man?
Wow. Okay, so I was thinking like maybe the paparazzi was being invasive with their questions, but all he asked was, how are they? I don't know, after he removed a whole sign out of your wheel and helped you come out of this place, the least you can do is be like, hey, I'm good. Thanks for the congratulations. Is it really that hard? Like, again, I'm gonna keep saying this. Celebrities are humans and they deserve to be treated with respect. But when you're being disrespectful, I don't know. To me, that sounds like you're being asked to be met with some more disrespect. But to each their own. Personally, if that were me, I wouldn't have that. But again, that's not me. So we're moving on because that's just horrible. Like,
tell me about a time when a celebrity was rude to you.
Okay. Well, the first thing that comes to mind is Luke Bryan. He just keeps making albums. Very disrespectful.
Oh man, that's like, yo, this guy, like, immaculate delivery right now. Immaculate delivery. Guys, Luke Bryan fans, let's sound off the comments. What do you guys think about this? That's so funny.
Don't say anything to me, man. Like, stop asking me questions. You out in front of my house at 4 a.m. Talking about how's it going? It's not going good. Y'all here trying to take money out to make money off of it. That's how it's going. It's 4 a.m. It's 4 a.m. and you ask me how it's going. You know I don't want you to say nothing to me. You hear what I'm saying?
He left there.
It's 4 a.m. You blood-sucking mosquito. You want me to be standing out in front of your house at 4 a.m.?
I just here to support you.
Shut the up! You bully. You f***ing mosquito bully. Pick a profession with some type of respect to it.
Dude, okay, I'll give it to him, man. Like 4 a.m. Like literally, it's 4 a.m. man. Like I'm just like, shit. Like, can I not like go and do something? Like, and that, yo, he's literally, this is probably what he's trying to do. It's like, it's 4 a.m. in the morning. He's trying to get out and do something when nobody is doing this to him, and yet there's still people here. I'd be like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You know, it's one thing, I know a lot of people say it's like, oh, celebrities should be happy about their fans and whatever. And I totally agree. Like do not take any of that for granted. But like a fan is one thing. A fan coming up to you and saying like, hey, I really love your work. Like you do great stuff. Like, thank you so much for doing what you do. That's one thing. This, what we just saw there, that's a different thing, guys. That's a different thing. And I understand how they get upset for it.